Check for signs of allergy such as rashes, difficulty in breathing, or bloating.
How many times should the mother breastfeed while giving solid food to the baby?
So there's no exact number, so you can continue breastfeeding as per demand. Make sure that you're starting solids during the daytime so that you have the entire day to check, and in case any of these signs are severe, please connect with your pediatric doctor.
Introducing solid is an exciting but confusing journey. What to feed, how much to feed, and what's best for your baby's growth. To address this topic, we have Ms. Asmita Jyotsi, dietitian and nutritionist at Cloud9 Hospital, SB Road, Pune.
Welcome in today's episode. Thank you for having me here.
Okay, so let's start with the first question. What are some important considerations that parents should keep in mind when introducing solid foods to their infant?
So as per WHO recommendation, the right age to start solid is at 6 months. As by 6 months, breast milk alone is not enough to suffice for the baby's growth needs. It is also imperative to know that along with introducing solids, breastfeeding should continue. It should not be hampered. There are 4 important components to starting solids. The first one is that it should be timely. That means do not introduce something too early and cause any kind of gastric distress to the baby, or introduce something too late and cause nutritional deficiencies. The quantity and the consistency or the texture of the solid should be adequate and appropriate based on the baby's age. Lastly, the food handling should be safe to avoid any kind of infections. There are also certain signs of readiness that the parents have to check. For example, the baby is able to hold their head up, is able to sit with less help, or they can also open their mouth easily while the spoon touches their lip. So these are some important things that you have to make sure while you're starting solids. Also, one advice for the parents is that make sure that you're starting solids during the daytime so that you have the entire day to check in case of any allergic reaction, if the baby has any kind of allergic reaction.
Okay, so like as babies transition from exclusively breast milk or formula milk to solid foods, what are the key nutritional elements that parents should focus on to support their baby's growth during this period?
So parents should ensure that all the major food groups, that is cereals, pulses, fruits and vegetables, are included in the baby's diet so that they have a balanced intake of all the major nutrients such as carbohydrate and protein. Apart from that, there is a source of fat which is very important, which should be included in the baby's diet, as fat is important to support the baby's growth needs, and also for absorption of fat soluble vitamins such as A, D, E and K. So make sure you are adding 1 teaspoon of ghee per day in your baby's diet. Iron is a very important nutrient in a growing child's diet. So ensure that you're adding iron-rich sources such as ragi, lentils and legumes. One most important thing is that do not add salt or sugar in any of the baby's preparations till the baby is 1 year old.
Okay, so can you share insights on how to identify signs of food allergies or sensitivities in babies when introducing new foods?
So the one thing as nutritionists that we always suggest parents is to follow a 3-day rule. So 3-day rule is used to check whether the baby has any kind of allergic reaction or any intolerance to any particular food. So according to this rule, you start with one particular food, for example, rice puree, and continue to give that food for 3 days. After 3 days, you start with another food, for example, dal puree, and continue to give that for the next 3 days in combination with rice puree, which you have already started. And you continue to do that as and when you introduce new food for your baby. This will help in understanding whether the baby is developing any kind of allergy or intolerance. Check for signs of allergy such as rashes, difficulty in breathing, or bloating. And in case any of these signs are severe, please connect with your pediatric doctor.
Okay, so what are the best first food for babies and how can they be prepared to ensure safety and nutrition?
So there are many foods that we usually recommend to have as first foods, but the ones that are commonly preferred by parents are pulses and cereal purees. So you can introduce dal puree or rice puree. So you can simply make it by pressure cooking the rice or dal and grinding it into a fine paste. Apart from this, purees of fruits such as apple, banana or papaya can also be given. So apple puree can be prepared by cooking the apple and then removing the peel and grinding it into a fine paste. Banana and papaya can be simply blended into a fine paste and given as a puree for your baby. There are certain starchy vegetables such as sweet potato, beetroot, or carrot that can also be given. So you just have to again steam cook the vegetables and you have to grind it into a fine paste. Make sure that you are using a blender to grind it, and you should also ensure to sieve it or filter it to remove any fiber pieces. Apart from this, as from the point of view of safety, it is very important to note that you cleaning your hands and your little one's hands before you are feeding. Also, apart from this, the utensils that are used for babies feeding and for babies preparation of food has to be kept very clean and hygienic.
Okay, so what are some common feeding mistakes that parents should avoid when introducing solid to babies?
So make sure that the feeding environment is calm, bright, and free of distractions. So first of all, I have seen that a lot of parents have this habit of using gadgets while feeding. So that is something that should be avoided at all costs. Do not force feed your baby, as it will develop a negative relation of baby with the food. So you have to avoid force feeding as well. Make sure that the baby is sitting upright while you're feeding, so that there's no kind of choking hazard that is happening. There are certain foods that can be possible allergens, such as cow's milk, egg white, whole nuts, and honey, which should not be included in the baby's diet till the baby is 1 year old. Also, I have seen that a lot of parents have a habit of giving rice water or dal water instead of purees, which should be avoided as they are very low in the nutritional content.
Okay, so what portion sizes and meal frequencies are ideal for babies between 6 and 12 months, and how can they be adjusted based on individual growth and development?
As the baby's stomach size is small, we start with small portions first and we scale it up as the baby grows. So at 6 months, we start with 2 to 3 tablespoons or 30 to 50 grams per feed, and it should be given 2 to 3 times per day. Between 7 to 8 months, we can scale it up to somewhere between 4 to 5 tablespoons or 50 to 75 grams per feed. After 9 months, we can start with giving them 3 to 4 meals plus 1 to 2 snacks depending on their appetite. And the amount per feed will increase to 100 to 150 grams or half of a 250 ml cup or bowl. As we increase the meal frequency and we increase the quantity, the texture of the food will also change. So make sure that you're making that transition right as well. So we start with the pureed food followed by mashed foods to finger foods.
Okay, so let's conclude with the last question. How many times should the mother breastfeed while giving solid food to the baby?
So, as I've mentioned earlier, also while starting with complementary food or when you're introducing solid, breastfeeding should continue as per demand. However, the frequency will depend on baby's hunger, their individual feeding pattern, and their individual needs. So, there's no exact number. So, you can continue breastfeeding as per demand.
Thank you for your time. Thank you so much.
It was my pleasure.
And to our listeners, if you found this episode helpful and informative, do share it ahead and subscribe to our channel for more such informative videos. Until then, take care and stay healthy.